Okay, so now let's look at layer management. Again, we've got a very basic drawing. I only need to demonstrate the basic requirements here. This is for your certified professional examination for AutoCAD 2010. You need to know where all the buttons are, how it works, and gain the necessary experience on AutoCAD 2010. To do that, you can also utilize the VTC courses AutoCAD 2010 Basic 2D Concepts. There's also an Intermediate and Advanced Concepts course as well. Let's have a look now at our layer management. At the moment, we have a rectangle layer. As you can see, that's on the rectangle layer, that object. We have a circle layer here, and the nodes are actually on the nodes layer. Let's go into the Layer Properties Manager. It's on the Home tab on the ribbon, Layers panel, and this icon here, Layer Properties Manager. Now you'll see we've got various layers there with various colors, various names. What I want to do is change some of the settings. So I go now to this little spanner here, or wrench as it's called in the United States. Now you'll notice I've got new layer notification here. I'm going to switch that on, and I'm going to ask AutoCAD to evaluate any new layers added to the drawing. And I'm going to ask it to evaluate all new layers. Then it will notify me when those new layers are present. Now, the other thing I'm going to look at here is this, the Isolate Layer Settings. You can lock and fade layers. So when the layer is locked, you can fade it so that you know it's locked. So I can do that there. I'm going to take that up to 75, like so. So the layer actually fades by 75% when you see it on the drawing as locked. So I'll OK that now. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the circle layer current by clicking on the little blue symbol there. That makes the little green tick move. I can also just select a layer and click on the tick if I want to, like that. That makes that particular layer the current drafting layer. Now the reason I'm doing that is to make sure that when I lock the rectangle layer, like so, and then go back into the drawing, closing the Layer Properties Manager, you can see it's faded. But I've also changed that layer because I don't want to try and edit things on that layer. It's locked now. So if I select it now, like so, and then try and change it onto a different layer, let's say the nodes layer, it won't let me. AutoCAD says it's on a locked layer and can't be updated. So how do I get out of that? How do I unlock it? Well, that's easy. Layer pull down or Layer Properties Manager, click on the padlock, and that then loses the locked status. Notice it comes back to the full color. So that's the first part of your layer management. What happens now if I create a new layer? Let's go to the Layer Properties Manager here. I'm going to literally click on the New Layer button, like so, and I'm going to give it a new name. So I'm going to create a center line layer, and you'll see there, as I create this center layer here, that the center layer goes onto this unreconciled new layers filter here. That's what it's telling me. It's telling me it's an unreconciled new layer. Now that's based on those settings that I set here. As you can see, it's evaluating new layers when added to the drawing. So what it's doing there is it's letting me know that this is an unreconciled new layer. What I'm going to do now is just right click on it, and you can see there I can reconcile the layer. That disappears and it goes into the group of layers that have been used, the All filter here. So I'm just going to change that center there. I'm going to change the color. Going to make that a cyan color, like so. And then what I'm going to do is give that a center line type, just so I can distinguish it from my other lines on the drawing. So I load up the line type, and I go and find my center 2, which is that one there, times 2, because it's twice as big, so the dashes are twice as big. I'll select that now and OK it, and that applies that to that layer. So I've got my new center layer. So as you can see there, there's lots of ways of means of actually changing your layer settings, not just creating new layers, giving them line types, colors, and names. Obviously, you've got the standard tools there, things like on and off, freeze and thaw, lock and unlock. But as you can see, you can adjust those settings and manage your layers a lot more effectively by utilizing the tools there that allow you to change your layer settings within the Layer Properties Manager.